Fundamentally, in terms of the objective of the scheme, was to facilitate the growth in Navan. Also to enhance accessibility to the town centre for all. We want to maximise connectivity and also enhance the public realms. Before we even got near a planning process, the NTA came up, we walked around the town. So the first challenge was to define what the town centre was. And the perspective the NTA brought is they brought an outsider's perspective to that, which actually challenged us because we were perhaps being quite safe with what we were doing. I think that process was useful for everyone, but the challenges were the town is a kind of part old and part new. So a key question was, how do we marry the old part of the town with the new part of the town? How do we connect it? What do we want that space to look like and how do we want to operate? So that was one big challenge. So from a public transport point of view, where the NTA were coming from was we had a very well used regional bus service through the town, but we didn't have co-location of inbound and outward stops.
So it was very disjointed. You got off the bus at one side of the town, you boarded on another side of the town. And it required some significant changes to the town to achieve the co-location of the bus stops. Since commencement of the new town service and bringing the N1 and N2 into the town, we now are achieving in 1 month what we would have seen for a complete year on the old town bus service. We're now looking at on the NX bus services, which were introduced in 2017. They've gone from 460,000 users in a year up to over 870,000 last year. So as the town grows, the bus service will grow and the number of bus users. And that's what we're focused on, trying to make it more popular for people to use and easier to access, as well as access the town centre, be it on foot or by bicycle. We're focused on a lot of the pedestrian movements through the town centre. That's improving the footpaths, widening of footpaths, but also the pedestrian crossings we're putting in the town centre, at-grade crossings, so it's all at level. In addition, we're putting in push-button audio signals at the crossings, as well as tactile paving for visually impaired. So we're trying to ensure that people living in Navan with any level of disability, be it mobility or visual impaired, can have an enjoyable level of independence and can go about their daily activities.
Centre of Navan, I would have said before, it was inaccessible in most parts for people in wheelchairs, mothers and babies with buggies, lots of traffic congestion, access to public transport wasn't great. We had 3 bus stops spread out across the town. It's much better now. It's completely transformed Navan. It's modernised it. It's much more accessible, and we have an excellent public transport service, and our cycle network is expanding all the time as well. In the longer term, I think that Navan will be a much better town for it, and maybe a much more attractive place for business to come in and grow.
The Navan town itself in the last couple of years, maybe 5 or 7 years, is actually expanding here big time. It's a different culture now because we have now a lot of people from the city moved out, and it's new services coming on board. You get the NX from Navan to Dublin here, 20-minute service here from 5 a.m. People are travelling to work. That's your volume for people going for work at that time. And in the town service, they're using it in the morning time with the school children. It's busy enough, and then you have the elderly use it as well. And then going home, it's the same thing with the people who use it in the afternoons as well. Coming from Dublin, they'll use the NX coming back from Dublin again. Again, very busy service. It's a great structure. It's a great structure that they have here at the Navan area for transport for all ages and all walks of life.
With the new bus stop outside the centre, there's definitely way more activity in the plaza area. You see certainly a lot of people using it, sitting, having their lunches, congregating. Also in terms of the aesthetics of the area as well, it enhances it, and I suppose I've even had some investors down. They are so impressed with the way the town looks. This town has got a heart. This town has heritage as well. This is a vibrant town, and what's happening, the vision that people have, will future-proof this town, I believe. It is for the better good of the area, and it is for the really trying to get people into this town.
Joey's recently turned 50. Joey works in Navan Shopping Centre and has a motorised chair, as you can see. Stephen is another resident of Navan. Yeah. So Stephen, as you can see, uses a motorised chair also. Emma is recently turned 21.
Yes.
As you see, Emma uses a push chair. She has a communication device for communicating. Joey is more or less trying to say it was difficult. Is that right, Joey? Yeah. Footpaths were narrow. Yeah. Some places there was curbs. I remember, Joey, when we used to be going on tidy towns, there There was curves with big lips that were hard to get over. Too hard for you. Yeah, Stephen gets nervous when there's kind of steep ramps and things. Yeah, so now like when we leave our building, we're going up the town, we have lovely pedestrian crossings, just a massive change.
The footpaths are a lot wider for the guys and a lot clearer for them going about.
And the the crossings are really identifiable. A lot better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gamma?
Again.
Yeah. A lot better. And it's just way more comfortable and feel safer, I think, there's lovely big long slopes.
I think it makes them feel more comfortable and confident that if they know they're going out in the afternoon or the morning, that they're going to be able to get there. They're not going to be faced with any obstacles along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll bring Navan on. It's a growing town, like a lot of our towns in Ireland, but Navan's hugely grown. It's very central to Ireland, so it's very accessible for all areas. But people coming into the town, there's a lot of attraction there. There's benches and seating areas along the plaza and among the flower beds, and you would see people sitting of all ages, conversing and having a chat and having their sandwich or whatever. There's a nice atmosphere around the place.